Ever wondered what happens to your body after you depart from this world? What if it could feed another life? Today, we'll explore a unique practice that does just that. Delve into the intriguing, natural, and beautiful cycle of life and death. Welcome to the fascinating world of sky burials. Imagine a burial ritual where bodies are not buried or cremated but offered to the sky. Welcome to the world of sky burials, a complex, profound, and yet incredibly simple practice steeped in centuries-old traditions. Sky burials, also known as celestial burials, are a unique funerary practice primarily observed in the high-altitude regions of Nepal, Tibet, and Mongolia, where the hard, rocky soil and lack of fuel for cremation make traditional interment and cremation impractical. The ancient roots of sky burials lie in the Buddhist philosophy and the reverence for the delicate balance of life and death. In essence, it symbolizes a final act of generosity, an offering of the body back to the earth, specifically to the birds of prey, as an act of charity. The process of sky burial is as fascinating as it is solemn. The body of the deceased is prepared by monks or rogyapas, those who break bodies and placed at a designated site known as a charnel ground. Here, nature takes its course as the body is consumed by scavengers, primarily vultures known as the dakinis or sky dancers in Buddhist lore, who carry the soul to the heavens. But it's more than just a practical solution to a geographical problem. Sky burials also embody the Buddhist concept of impermanence, the idea that all things, including life, are transient and ever-changing. It's a poignant reminder that death is not an end, but a transformation, a return to nature, a cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The philosophy behind sky burials is deeply intertwined with the Buddhist belief in reincarnation. The body, once the soul has departed, is seen as an empty vessel. Offering the body to the birds is a final act of compassion, a gift of sustenance that maintains the cycle of life. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Now, let's dive a little deeper. How does a sky burial work? It's a process both simple and complex. To begin with, the body of the deceased is prepared. This preparation is not the embalming or preservation you might find in other cultures, but rather a process of cleansing and purification. The body is washed and wrapped in a simple white cloth, symbolizing purity and peacefulness. No elaborate clothing or adornment is used. The simplicity of the attire reflects the belief that in death, all are equal. The ritual then proceeds to the sacred burial site, often a high, open plateau, where the body is unwrapped and laid bare to the sky. It's a stark contrast to the closed-off tombs and graves of other cultures, an open invitation to nature itself. The body is not hidden away but rather presented to the elements and importantly to the birds. Birds, particularly vultures, play a significant role in the sky burial. They are not just scavengers but sacred participants in the ritual. The local people believe these birds are dakinis, or sky spirits, who carry the soul of the deceased to the heavens. The birds are allowed to consume the body, an act seen not as gruesome, but as one of generosity and compassion. The body, in death, provides sustenance for another life. This process, while it may seem strange or even unsettling to some, is deeply rooted in the local culture and beliefs. It's a practice that respects the natural cycle of life and death, seeing death not as an end, but as a part of the ongoing cycle. The body returns to nature, nourishing other life forms, while the soul is believed to embark on a new journey. The sky burial is a ritual of release, a letting go. It's a stark reminder of our impermanence and a celebration of the continuity of life. It's a practice that embodies a profound respect for nature and life's cyclical nature. A sky burial, then, is not just an end but a beginning for another life. While sky burials are most commonly associated with Nepal and Tibet, they are not confined to these regions. This fascinating and deeply symbolic practice finds echoes in various cultures and religions around the globe, each with its own unique interpretations and rituals. In Mongolia, for instance, a sky burial is not just about death, but a celebration of life. The body is offered to the elements and the birds, seen as a final act of generosity and a way for the deceased to give back to the cycle of life. Travel to the far North American plains, and you'll find similar practices among the Native American tribes, especially the Sioux, Cheyenne, and Crow. Here, it's known as a tree burial. The body is placed high up in a tree or on a raised platform, returning it to nature and the spirits in the sky. In the Zoroastrian tradition of Iran and India, sky burials take place in towers of silence. The deceased are laid out in these open-topped circular structures where they are exposed to the sun and birds of prey. This practice is guided by the belief in the purity of earth and fire, which should not be polluted by the dead. Even in Australia, the Aboriginal communities have been known to practice platform burials. Here, the body is placed on a raised platform and covered with leaves and branches until only the skeleton remains. The bones are then collected and often painted with red ochre before being laid to rest in a cave or hollow tree. So, while the methods and specifics may vary, the core philosophy remains the same: a respect for the cycles of nature, a belief in the transience of the physical body, and a wish to return to the elements from which we all come. Sky burials, then, are a global phenomenon, each with its own unique flavor. But why choose a sky burial? What's the philosophy behind this unique practice? The answer lies in a blend of cultural beliefs, religious tenets, and philosophical perspectives that have been woven into the fabric of societies practicing sky burials for centuries. At the heart of the practice is the concept of impermanence. Sky burials are a stark reminder of the transient nature of life, a theme central to many Eastern philosophies and religions. The body, once the vessel of life, returns to the earth in a direct and natural way, emphasizing the fleeting aspect of our physical existence. This powerful symbol of life's impermanence serves as an opportunity for reflection on the ephemeral nature of our own lives. Another key philosophy behind sky burials is the cycle of life and death. The process of decomposition and consumption by birds is seen as a final act of generosity, a last chance to give back to the circle of life. The body nourishes the birds, which in turn nourish the earth, keeping the cycle of life turning. This perspective fosters a deep respect for the interconnectedness of all life forms and the balance of the natural world. Moreover, sky burials challenge our conventional views on death and offer a different perspective. Rather than something to be feared or avoided, death is seen as a natural and integral part of life's journey. The process underscores the belief that death is not an end, but a transition, a change of form, a part of the grand cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Lastly, sky burials reflect a deep reverence for the natural world. They embody a philosophy that seeks harmony with nature rather than dominance over it. By returning the body to nature, sky burials reinforce the idea that we are not separate from the natural world, but deeply interconnected with it. Sky burials, then, offer a profound perspective on life, death, and our place in the natural world. So, what have we learned about sky burials today? We've embarked on a fascinating exploration into this unique practice, one that might seem unusual to those unfamiliar with it. It's an age-old ritual, primarily observed in Nepal and Tibet, where the deceased are returned to nature in the most literal sense. We learned that sky burials are not just about the disposal of a body, but a meaningful and deeply philosophical ritual. It's a practice that embodies the belief in reincarnation and the impermanence of life. It's an expression of respect for nature, a testament to the circle of life, and a poignant reminder that we are all part of the same ecosystem. We've understood the process of a sky burial, a ceremony that is both solemn and celebratory. It begins with the preparation of the body, followed by the ritualistic feeding of the vultures, and culminates in the scattering of the remaining bones. Around the world, we've seen various adaptations of sky burials, each with its unique cultural nuances and interpretations. From the Parsi Towers of Silence in India to the Native American practices in the Pacific Northwest, sky burials demonstrate a shared belief in the sanctity of nature and the transience of life. In our exploration of the philosophy behind sky burials, we've discovered a profound respect for the cycle of life and death. It's a practice that challenges our perceptions of mortality and invites us to see death not as an end, but as a transition, a return to our roots in nature. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of sky burials. Remember, every end is just a new beginning. Until next time, keep exploring and keep questioning.